Hello, and welcome to the Charterstone Times, an award-winning investigative journalism and local gossip podcast bringing you the latest news from the Santa Royale Charterstone apartment complex. Here, we aim to be your in-depth source for all going-ons in the Merryworth universe. Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to the Charterstone Times. Today is Sunday, May 19th, 2024, and we have made it once again to the end of another weekend here in Santa Royale. Some of us have had a harder weekend than others, such as Wilbur Weston, who realized the relative value of his apartment has gone down after the death of his goldfish, Stellan Weston. How has he been taking it, you might ask? Not well. During this week, he fished Stellan's body out of the tank and almost flushed it down the toilet before recognizing that this was a mistake and not something that he was looking forward to doing. He saw it as too undignified for such a dignified fish. What will Wilbur do instead? Let's find out. I, however, have a quote for you first. Today's quote comes from Queen Elizabeth II, who once said, "Grief is the price we pay for love." Wow, great words from Queen Elizabeth II. But who was Queen Elizabeth II, you might ask? For those of you who do not know who Queen Elizabeth II was, allow me to give you some information. Elizabeth II, born Elizabeth Alexandra Mary on 21st of April 1926, was a queen of the United Kingdom and other Commonwealth realms from 6th of February 1952 until her death on September 8th, 2022. She was a queen regnant of 32 sovereign states over the course of her lifetime and remained the monarch of 15 realms by the time of her death. Queen Elizabeth II oversaw the loss of 17 sovereign states over her lifetime, despite having the reign of 70 years and 214 days. A lot of hardcore royalists within the United Kingdom might look upon her reign as a failure due to the relative loss of power enjoyed by the British Empire. Those with less pro-colonialist tendencies and thought processes might find this to be a blessing for the world. But I digress and bring you back to Merryworth. We find ourselves outside Wilbur Weston's apartment and find someone inside saying, "Some may say you were only a fish, but you were my friend who loved me without judgment." Wilbur Weston is crying. Wilbur Weston has found the only being who does not judge him. The only being who does not judge him is a fish. Wilbur is devastated when his pet goldfish passes away and says, "Stellan, I'm going to lay you to rest in the manner in which you deserve." He is working frantically at his desk in what seems to be nighttime, despite the broad daylight seen outside of his apartment. He tells Stellan that, "I'm making a proper bed for you because I want to give you the best." He holds a flower in his tweezers. "But how do I say goodbye to you?" he says as he brings the flower, which has recently changed color from pink to blue, near a bottle of craft glue. We see Wilbur looking at Stellan's body. Stellan's body is inside a tissue box, laying across some tissues. He has surrounded it with flowers and seashells, as he says, "My little buddy, you were always there for me." How will Wilbur Weston go on without Stellan? We will have to tune in next week to find out. That's all for today's edition of the Charterstone Times. Thank you again, as always, for listening. I hope you will tune in tomorrow to see what else happens in the exciting world of the Charterstone Apartments and Mary Worth.